These guilt-free pakora have all the flavour and all the crunch, just like you remember. And paired with this date and tamarind chutney, well, quite simply, you're in snack heaven. Stay tuned to find out how to make this simple snack and its accompaniment that goes so well with Indian snacks and main dishes as well. Remember to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to be notified of all future videos. This recipe, along with our other recipes, are on our website. And of course, all of our recipes are vegan, gluten-free and oil-free. First of all, you'll need 7 to 8 small to medium-sized potatoes. You'll need to peel the skin, and we can chop them a wee bit later. Next, you'll need chickpea flour, just wilted spinach. Frozen spinach works really well. You'll also need frozen peas, 1 red onion, and a small bunch of coriander or cilantro, as it's also known. You'll need garlic powder, baking powder, salt to taste, peanut butter, maple syrup or jaggery, and pakora spice mix. This is a unique blend of spices. The pakora spice blend that I enjoy the most is by MDH. You can certainly make the spice blend yourself, but for convenience, we purchase the dry blend of spices. Chop your peeled potatoes into small pieces. This is really important because they're not going to be pre-cooked before they go in the oven. If your oven is a bit on the weaker side, then I suggest you cut the potatoes into even thinner pieces than shown here. Half your onion and then slice thinly. Next, you'll have to separate the onion pieces before they go in the mixing bowl. Finally, chop your coriander so it distributes evenly throughout the mix. Now, chickpea flour is often really lumpy when it comes out of the packet, so ensure that you sift it thoroughly. Sifting the flour at a height will allow more aeration and therefore a lighter batter. Place all of your ingredients into a bowl except for the water. I'll be using my hands to mix the ingredients. I do this because I find it easier to gauge the moisture level in the batter this way. You want to mix all the ingredients without the water because there'll be a lot of moisture retained in the spinach and the onions. So you actually want to see how much moisture that adds to the mix before adding the additional water. Now in the recipe it says half a cup, but you may not need that. So mix the ingredients and then slowly add the water in. And this is the texture that we're looking for. Now you may be thinking that it doesn't seem like enough batter to cover the vegetables, but once they're cooked you'll see that the batter is just enough so that you get the crunch and also the slight cakiness that the batter provides. You don't want to go too heavy on the batter because then you'll end up with something that's really dry and less crispy. Here is the final mix, with my little girl in the background.
I want some, Mama.
Now we're ready to place the mix on grease-proof paper on our oven trays. Now as you can see, the portions are literally one biters. And the ingredients like the onion and the potato are kind of sticking out. Now this is absolutely perfect because these bits become lovely and crispy and crunchy. Preheat your oven and place your trays in. Now we have a large oven, but if your oven is smaller than this, then you might need to do a few batches. As you can see, the final product is a beautiful golden brown and a lovely crispiness. And the vegetables are cooked perfectly. And now it's time for our date and tamarind chutney. This chutney pairs really well with pakoras and many other Indian snacks and main meals as well. And it's so easy to make. Stay tuned and we'll show you how. First up, you'll need some seedless tamarind. It comes in a block like this and you can find it in your local Indian grocery store. Now as you can see, there are husky bits in the block. And occasionally you'll find some seeds as well, even though it's supposed to be seedless. So that's why you need to soak it, so we can check and remove any seeds if they are in the block. Soak your tamarind in boiling water for about 30 to 45 minutes. Then break up the block. I find it easiest to do it with my hands. And so if you come across a seed or a hard piece of husk, you can remove it straight away. So I've broken up the block and there are only soft fibers which will break down easily in the blender. You need 2 small inch-sized pieces of cinnamon stick. You'll need cumin seeds, fennel seeds, cloves, salt to taste, jaggery, pitted medjool dates, and water. Place your non-stick pan on medium-high heat. Once hot, add your cumin seeds, cloves, fennel seeds, and your pieces of cinnamon stick. Toast until the fragrance start releasing. This should take about 2 to 3 minutes. As you can see, the spices become a lovely golden brown as well. Now there is an additional step if your blender or food processor isn't powerful enough to break down your spices. And the extra step is that you remove these seeds and you pound them in a mortar and pestle until they've become a powder. Now I'm skipping this step because my blender is really powerful, but if your blender isn't powerful, ensure that you make this into a fine powder, or else you'll have large chunks of spices and they can be a little unpleasant if they get stuck in your teeth. At this stage, add your tamarind that has been broken up and soaking in your cup of water. Heat until the mix comes to the boil. Then add your dates and a cup of water. Mix well and then cover and cook for about 5 to 10 minutes. So at the point where the dates and the tamarind start becoming all mushy and jammy. Then add your jaggery and about 1 to 1.5 cups of water. Cook for another 5 to 6 minutes or until the ingredients have broken down even more and would be easy to blend. Now for the final stage, let the mix cool for about 5 minutes and then place it in your blender or your food processor and blend until completely smooth. I hope you've enjoyed these recipes. Let me know your thoughts and how you went in the comments section below. Thank you again, and I look forward to seeing you next time.